How pathetic can some people be?
I love going to the grocery store. It's like a museum of food I've eaten. The work of Frito-Lay. A lovely exhibit. Peanut butter and jelly in the same jar. A masterpiece. What is this, double stuffed Oreos? How abstract. I do feel uncomfortable when they're bagging my groceries, though. Talk about feeling lazy. Say, hey, thanks for putting my groceries in my bag. I could help, but I'll just watch. Yeah, I'm exhausted from picking that out. You want to come home and unpack them for me? I'm looking for a friend. When did we have to become members of all these grocery stores? Are you a member of our secret club? I'm just getting hot dogs. That'll be $8,000. Or you can join our club. I can't come to a lot of meetings.
Dumbass of the day. 93.3 KZOZ.
They're doing away with a lot of the clubs now, aren't they?
No, I mean, I still asked.
Yeah?
I gotta think of where I go shopping. Smart and Final, no club.
California Fresh, no club.
Ralph's, yes, club. California Fresh, no club.
What about Food for Less? They have a club?
Food for Less, no club.
Vaughn still do their club?
Vaughn still has the club. In fact, I still use a Safeway club card that I had from my time in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
It sucks because they no longer accept it. Like if I go get gas at Chevron, it doesn't read the card because the card is sold. The card I got when I was in high school, and I still have.
What's your phone number from when you lived up in the Northwest?
It is.
And nobody else is taking it?
My childhood phone number is attached.
That's what I used to love. On the Vaughns, you could get the gas, right, at certain locations, like the one in Napomo. And I would I would check ours, and if my wife had already used ours, I would use my old phone number from Idaho. I had an Idaho phone number.
Yeah.
Punch that in. Sometimes I think the guy used to work there because I'd always get at least 20, if not up to 40 or 50 cents off.
Really?
A gallon. Gallon.
Does that still work?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. It stopped working a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago.
That's too bad.
But for a long time,
I probably passed away.
I was thinking, man, I could be arrested for, community store membership club fraud. What are you in for? I stole somebody's Vaughn's club card.
You're not going to believe it. 40 gallons, 40 cents a gallon on gas. The grocery store experience. I mean, this is a good endorsement for. You don't have to worry about this if you use the Instacart. You don't have to worry about this taking place. This happened in Portland, Maine. Okay, woman was looking around to see what kind of Swiss chard she wanted.
What's Swiss chard, Jeff?
It's a lettuce.
Oh, okay.
So she's going through and she's looking at the lettuce offerings there, and she looks down and her cart is gone. The problem is she had a 2-month-old child in the cart that was sleeping that was taken. So automatic.
Somebody took the cart and the baby?
Kidnapping.
Oh, wow.
They issue a Code Adam alert at the grocery store about 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. And the store was locked down. Law enforcement rushed to the scene where officers began looking for a man in his 30s wearing a yellow shirt and a white hat with an orange brim. That's because that's what the surveillance video showed, a guy walking off with that cart. What happened was the guy mistook his cart because he was over looking at something else, trying to figure out what to buy. She was on the other side.
Oh, sure, okay.
Their carts were close by.
He grabbed the wrong cart.
He grabbed what he was looking for, put it in the cart, looked down at his list, and pushed the cart away without even noticing that there was a 2-month-old baby inside.
How does that happen?
He freaks. He gets all the way to the bread section, which is in aisle 17. I don't know how far that is from the produce, but it's a big grocery store. So he gets all the way to the bread section, and he looks down. He's got a baby. He doesn't know what to do. He panics. He just leaves the cart there.
He runs away? He doesn't get somebody and say, hey, listen, I accidentally grabbed a baby.
Is anybody missing a baby? No.
Took a baby on a joyride.
He panics, so he leaves the cart there, and then he's like, oh, my gosh, I don't know what to do. So then he takes off. And
That is not what I would do.
No.
I would at least grab somebody from the store. Say, hey, listen, I accidentally grabbed this kid. He's your responsibility now, and then leave.
Upon realizing his mistake, the man who the police did not name in this one rushed in a panic back to the produce section where He found his cart, but failed to notify store employees after leaving the baby and the cart in aisle 19, surrounded by the bread. Police said the child was quickly found and there was never any danger. The confused shopper not charged with a crime because
thank God.
They determined that while it was terrifying for the parents, there's no apparent criminal action in the incident.
Yeah.
It was just a mistake.
I mean, he shouldn't get charged with anything, but he definitely should be made fun of, and that's what we're doing right now.
You gotta. But like, if he does that on accident,
well,
then
maybe he's
what
not
are
a
the
parent.
odds? What are the odds of doing that on accident again?
Right.
Okay.
But he's not a parent. Like, you're a parent, so you would probably act different than I would act. Even though I think we would act the same. I think any normal person would go, well, this is a 2-year-old or a 2-month?
2-month
old.
old.
Oh, my God. 2-month-old baby. That's like, okay. I would take him to the front and say, listen, I can't believe this. I'm an idiot, but I grabbed a cart with a baby in it, and it's not mine. I'm sure the mother's freaking out right now, so maybe you call her up here.
Hey, would you like to hear that announcement in the store? If there's anybody missing a 2-month-old baby, your cart was mistakenly taken by this guy.
Can you please come to check stand 7?
Good God. This is a bad day.
So that's it? This guy just walks out, huh?
Yeah, no, he's not going to be in trouble.
He wasn't banned from the store?
What would you do in that instance? Would you, say you get, way away from wherever you picked up the cart, and you don't even know at this point where...
I'd take the baby to the front check stand person and say, hey, listen, you need to call and say, and then I'm going to leave because I don't want to be here because my face is going to be really red when the mom shows up, and I don't want to deal with this. Or the dad or whoever the hell it was.
Did you want to get those groceries? No, I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll go to another store. I don't even know if I could go back to that store. What if you ran into that? If you had that encounter where you accidentally took some lady's baby, and then and then she came up to you like, I'm really sorry, and she's crying, and I can't go to that store. What if I run into her again? And my luck is I would run into her again.
Or any of the employees, because that was the most exciting day that they had at that grocery store it's Bangor, Maine, This is a very long time that something this exciting has happened.
Exactly.
So that guy's going to be recognized every time. But the problem is it's Bangor, Maine. How many grocery store choices do you have in Bangor, Maine?
You get the Piggly Wiggly, you get the Bag and Save.
I mean, I know I have my few go-to favorites, and those are the ones I go to. If I were to have one of those eliminated from my roster, I would be devastated.
And that's why his wife's going to have to do the shopping from now on.
Chances are he doesn't have a wife, because if he did, he would know what to do with the baby.
Let's wrap this up.
Just leaving it in the bread aisle.
I might tell my wife wanted me to run to the store today. I might tell her this story and say, listen, I can't go to the grocery store anymore because I accidentally kidnapped a baby today. So you're going to have to do all the shopping from now on.
I'm traumatized. PTSD from going to the grocery store. You're going to have to do this. That's how you got out of folding clothes, right?
Well, I destroyed her sweater. It was an expensive sweater, apparently.
Have you ever taken something on accident? Maybe you didn't pay for something, you left it in your cart. They do the thing at the grocery stores where they come around, or they have the mirror along the checkout aisle to make sure you don't have anything underneath your cart.
I haven't noticed this.
Oftentimes, what people will do is they'll take sodas or flats of water and stick it on that underneath part. And, if it goes on, they don't check it, they don't see it, then you could just walk right out and they put all the groceries in.
Yeah.
So now I know at Smart and Final what they do is they come around and they have this little gun that they
do that at Costco too.
It's
wireless.
Click the cart to make sure that the cart has been checked. The bottom of the cart has been checked. They click it right on the bottom of the cart.
I thought you meant like the wireless gun. They get out there and they scan everything in the cart.
They do that at Costco, but at Smart and Final, what they'll do
is scan the cart.
They scan the cart to let you know that they've checked the bottom of the cart.
Sure, I've been to. It's usually the bigger stores because I feel like the bigger stores have people that work there that don't really care. Maybe they're not making enough money to care. I don't know, but that's
how I would be. I'd be the worst.
One was a hardware store, and another one was let's just call it a big store that you have to be a member to, and you get home and you're kind of looking at the receipt. I don't know if you ever do this. I look at the receipt, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. Where's that case of soda? Just like you said, it's not on there. Okay.
Oh, you've left it behind.
No. It wasn't on the receipt, but it's in my truck. I'm going, well, it looks like they missed that on the scan. So what do you do at that point? Do you go back and you say, oh, you forgot to do this? Yeah. I wonder what they would do if you actually did that. They'd probably just say, "Oh, thanks. Yeah, you owe us $12. No, so you just go, "Oh, okay, I got one over on that one." But I mean,
So you steal.
yeah.
So you steal.
Is that stealing
You're
though?
shoplifting.
I think it was a gift.
You're shoplifting.
I went to the check stand. It's their job to ring it up. I paid. I even went to the door where they look at the receipt. I got home and look at this. Bonus.
I'm not one to cast rocks because I'm living in the glass house on this one. My son stole something recently.
Your son's not even, he just turned 1.
Yeah, just before he turned 1, he was already a thief.
That's pretty good. You should get him a T-shirt.
So I'm raising-
Number 1 thief at 1 years old.
I'm raising some of the finest products.
Kids are
for the
grabby.
Future of our country.
Yeah, you're a
no.
bad,
What happened was,
aren't you, as a parent, isn't that your responsibility to check see what they steal?
he used to eat these things called puffs, and they're basically air-filled cereal pieces that taste like blueberry or apple or banana, and it's in this canister, kind of like I can only describe it to a guy like you as a Pringles canister almost, and they sit in this canister, and he likes to shake it. He likes to shake it because it's like a rattle, right? And I got to keep him preoccupied while I'm doing the grocery shopping because I think I was with both kids in this instance. So it's, you got one kid asking for everything in the damn store, and then you got the other kid,
Who's just grabbing it stuff.
yeah, and he's got to be entertained. So I'm just trying to get through, and so I get everything in the cart, and I put everything up on the conveyor belt, and I'm like, okay, I'm checking out, and then I get him in the cart, and then as I'm walking out the door of the place, I look down.
He's got a pack of beef jerky down there.
I look down.
What's he got?
No, he's got the puffs. He's got the puffs. I never paid for I never put them on the belt. I never put the.
because he was shaking him like a rattle.
He was shaking them like a rattle the entire time.
That's not your fault.
But I was at the door of the store, not at the car. Okay, I could have very easily turned around.
You didn't turn around?
But here's the deal: I had the kids.
They could have tackled you as soon as you went out the door.
I had the kids. I had all these distractions, and I was like, "Oh gosh, what am I like?" The last thing I want to do is turn around and go back and have my 4-year-old be like, "Why are we going back? Why are we going back? Why are we going back?"
Because Daddy stole.
And then so she'd be like, "What? Oliver stole something?" I don't want all that. Okay, I don't want all that. So I was like, I in the moment I made the decision, I'm like, maybe next time I'll say something about it when I come back. But I've never said anything about it when I went back. I've only been back twice to the store since then. Both
Have
times.
you ever thought about doing it again? Like, you're like, man, that
No.
was so easy. I'm going to put some more stuff on the bottom rack of my car. An ethical poll question today, maybe? If you get home and you see that not your fault, but you got home and they didn't ring something up for you, what's the ethical move here? Do you take it back? And
No, I think it's.
because I'm definitely calling somebody. Like, if I go through a drive-through and I get home and my taco's not in there, or maybe I ordered a couple of tacos and a burrito and the burrito's not in there. Oh man, that gets me going.
I think it's different. Okay, I do think it's different.
I'm calling them.
If they mistakenly did not charge you, as opposed to, like, I never check receipts. So I don't know if I'm mistakenly being charged, double charged, or whatever. I just chalk it up to maybe sometimes I get some stuff for free. Maybe sometimes I get double charged. Who knows? Costco, though.
You check your takeout bag before you leave the drive-through?
No.
You never look in there to make sure they put everything in there?
I live in San Luis. I haven't been in through a drive-through in a very long time.
You never leave San Luis Obispo?
Only time I do is
city
when we
line?
do our long road trips, our long family road trips.
Yeah, you're ordering stuff for a bunch of people. You got to look in there
because I'm not that skilled in my drive-through game is way off from living in San Luis Obispo. That I just assume that they get it right, and oftentimes they get it wrong, and
pisses you off.
I'm the one that takes the brunt of the load.
But if you don't look, you have to take that blame on yourself. You have to blame yourself for that. We're asking you, have you ever accidentally taken or stolen something because maybe you got home and you realized that you took it, or maybe you got home and you realized that it didn't get rung up?
Erroneously leaving it in the cart, though, and them not charging you for it.
That's on them.
Are two different. What they're supposed to check the cart?
That's
now?
their job. They're the cashier. You give them the cart.
In the instance of my son, though, when he's playing with the puffs, wouldn't it have been if the checker saw my son playing with the puffs, and I didn't see my son playing with the puffs, is she going to risk that public relations snafu and ask me if he brought those into the store with him, or are you purchasing those?
That's what I would do. Like, what's up with the kid in the puffs?
And say I then said, well, we brought those into the store with us. Then it creates conflict, and I might not come back to the store again because I was accused of stealing wrongfully. So,
wow, you're sensitive. I don't think that's accusing you of stealing.
No, I'm not saying
she's just asking a question because it's her job.
I'm not saying it's me. I'm saying anybody. Well, some people would take offense to that.
If you're offended by that, then you're a little sensitive.
Well, people would take offense to that. And is it worth the $1.89 to basically lose a customer forever?
But you got to look at it from this standpoint, okay? You brought an item into the grocery store that they sell. They sell the exact same item, and you're going through the checkout line, and you didn't put it on the thing. Why is that? Like, not smart to bring that into the store.
I understand that.
But then again, I don't have a
people out
1-year-old.
there. Have you seen those people out there that let their kids eat stuff in the store that they've bought at the store?
That's stealing.
That they're
like grapes. You have to weigh those. It's stealing. You can't eat the grapes.
Nothing drives me, and this always happens at Trader Joe's for some reason. I have a term that I like to dub Trader Joe's kids. These kids usually are wearing PJs, or they are they haven't had
dirty.
They haven't had their hair washed in 5 to 6 days.
I know what you're talking about.
And they're usually shoving some kind of food in their face.
Chips. I've seen kids just into the chips
from Trader Joe's, and it's Trader Joe's, so it's not like you brought it with you. It's obvious that it's there. Everything is Trader Joe's brand.
Really, what we're talking about here is grocery store etiquette, and it's not just kids; it's adults too. They walk around and they grab a bag of popcorn and they start eating it, or chips, or grapes,
and then they ring it up. They're like, have that ring up, or
an apple. Like, they got a bag of apples, but they're eating one. It's like, no, wait, you have to weigh that, so you can't. You just you got to put an apple in there, and then you got to take it out. It's just grocery store etiquette. You should not be consuming food while you're walking through a grocery store.
How does that work for the produce if it's weighed?
Yeah, you can't. You would almost have to go get another apple, put it in the bag, weigh it, and then take it out and put it back in the produce section. It's so stupid.
And that is the one that is the most frequently that's the most frequent offense, because if I'm eating a candy bar, I could give them the wrapper, they can run the UPC code, right, and then that's the standard cost.
Remember Jeff Garland and Everybody Loves Raymond when he's working in the produce section and the old man sticks his hand in the nuts and starts eating free nuts?
Yes, I do remember that one. It's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. He's stealing. You can't do that. Why do people think you can do that? Then what happens is it raises the prices.
It's not stealing, it's sampling. That's what Frank Barone would say. I'm just sampling. What's it going to cost you? A nickel? Here, take a quarter.
He throws change at him.
Don't throw change at me, sir.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.